to Sister's Kitchen, where flavors collide and keep you coming back for more. Today's dish is by special request from my personal videographer, my own daughter, Natalie Burks. Well, we're going to be fixing Isitshwala and ribs and greens. The greens are called mbida. Okay, this is a traditional dish. And we're going to start with the ribs. For the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to use 3 pounds of the ribs. I've already cut them out and cleaned them out. 3 cups of water, and then we'll use the bouillon seasoning, which is the one that has tomato and chicken. So let me put the ribs in here. And then it's 3 pounds. I will put 4 cubes. If you've watched my other demos, you will realize this is my favorite seasoning. This is my go-to seasoning. And have close to high, not totally high. And we'll let it cook for, I would say, about 30 minutes. And then after that, we'll start to turn it and season it. This type of ribs is actually different in that mostly people do barbecue and put it in the oven or on the grill outside. I do not like barbecue, so I preferred to do mine this way, and that's why it has a different taste. So now this has been 30 minutes later, and it has just cooked. So what I'm going to do now is pour the rest of the juice out. And now we're going to let it start to dry off. While we get ready to do the Isitshwala. And for Isitshwala, for the purpose of this one today, we're going to do 1 cup. Two cups of the degermed cornmeal. Traditionally, you're supposed to fix this with a wooden, instrument that's called upehlo. It almost looks like the whisker, but I do not have one. And so what I do is just get the water to be hot, and then we're going to do a paste like we're fixing some porridge. See, and then that was 1 cup, so we'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and 8. Put it on medium, and then we'll keep stirring it so that it doesn't get lumpy. Stir it until it's all mixed in, and then it starts to simmer. So since we're doing both at the same time, now the ribs, all the soup is gone, and we're going to use avocado oil and I'll put 2 of these tablespoons. So the goal is going to get them to brown all the way. So I'm just arranging them down here so they each get the direct heat. And let them be, and keep stirring the Isitshwala. So now it's been sitting for a while, and it's starting to brown. So I'm turning it over. And what we're gonna do is the juice that we took out, we're gonna pour a little bit of it over, and then let it brown again. And we'll keep stirring the Isitshwala. Starting to get thicker. Okay, so now it's thick enough and it's all mixed in, and as you can tell, it's simmering. So we'll reduce the heat to medium. So now we're going to leave it to simmer with the lid on for 5 minutes.
Okay, now I'm just gonna cut the onions for my mom. This is how I like to cut it. I always have something over here for the trash. Okay, so I cut this part off, and I leave this part and cut it in half. And then I just peel. I usually just peel the first layer off. It just makes it easier to cut, and you don't have any of like that slimy layer that makes it hard to cut. Okay. So first I cut long ways, like once or twice, just depending on how small you want it. And I don't go all the way to the end because you still want to leave this intact. Okay. Oh, cut too far on that. And then I just cut this way. And then when you get down to that, you can just cut as much down as you want. But the thing that makes people cry with the onion is cutting this off because then it releases something. I don't really know.
Wow.
But yeah, I learned how to cut like this from all my years of working in the cafeteria when I was at Southwestern Adventist University.
Yeah.
And when I was at boarding school in Mount Vernon Academy.
So now it's getting quite brown, and still want it, all of it, to brown. And so you keep using the juice, which continues to add the flavor. So here are the greens. These are colored greens. Cut them. This is actually could also be used, but if you mix it in, I find that it gives it a taste that I don't want.
I like to save them and put them in like soups and stuff like that.
Yes.
You can even use it for like a veggie stir fry or whatever.
That's true. And then you can just cut it in half so it's easier to handle. And now we're ready to thicken the Isitshwala. And this, how much you put really depends on how thick you want it to be. I like mine to be moderate, not too thick and not too thin. So yeah, the goal is to get it all mixed in with no lumps. So you do it stage by stage. So it's getting thicker, but not thick enough, so I'm gonna put more. And I think this will seal the thickness. Okay. think this should do it. As you can tell, it's not too thin. It's thick enough. And then cook more over low heat. You can leave it in here for another 5 minutes and it will be ready. And now the ribs are all browned and ready. All right. Now we're going to do the colored greens. And yeah, just one of that wooden tablespoon. Heat it up. And the nicely cut onions. Put them in there. Then we'll saute the onions for about 3 minutes. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. Now we're ready to add the seasoning. We're using better than bouillon vegetable. And we're just gonna add a teaspoon. And then we also add the powder part, not the cubes this time, but it's the same seasoning. Like a teaspoon. Mix it in. And now we're ready to add the greens. If here it looks like we have more, so that we have nice seasoning. And then I just think we can add a little more. Okay, and we'll let them sit for another 3 minutes. The whole goal is you want to leave the crunchiness in your vegetables and eat them as green as they possibly can, because when they get brown, they've lost some of the nutrients. Disclaimer on the Isitshwala, I said 5 minutes. You do 5 minutes and then come back, and now you see it's thicker. You want to mix it in again. That's why you do not want to make it too thick. Now it's mix it in second time and let it sit another 5 minutes, and then it will be ready. Keep it covered. So now we're ready. As you can tell, the ribs and the greens and the Isitshwala is ready for consumption. Now we don't use forks or spoons to eat Isitshwala. We use our hands. So let me demonstrate and taste. Pick a portion and then mold it and get them bitter and and then yummy. Thank you for watching, and try it and see if you like it. Like, comment, subscribe and share.